In this video, we're going to talk about how to download and install R. We're also going to talk about how to download and install R Studio. And I'm going to give you a brief introduction to R Studio, how to use it. Okay, let's get going. If you want to learn about R programming, then you have come to the right place. On this YouTube channel, we're creating R programming videos on everything. So downloading and installing R is pretty straightforward. Okay, the only thing you need to know is where to go to get it. So I'm going to show you that. You go to rproject.org. See that up here? When you get there, you're going to see this page. You're going to click on Download R. Then you're going to get an option for choosing where it is you're going to download it from. So we're going to just scroll down. I'm in Ireland. I click on Ireland. I download R for Mac because I'm working on an Apple Mac. Then I want to download the latest release, and that'll download it, and then I install it like I would install any other piece of software. Once you've downloaded and installed R, I'm going to suggest you download and install R Studio. This is, in my opinion, the best platform to write your code. Right, so you're going to click on Download R Studio. Download and install the free version. The pay-for versions are really enterprise solutions. You don't need them. They're for big companies. Click on Download. Again, you get to say what platform you're on. I'm on a Mac. I click on Mac. It'll download. I install it like I would install any other piece of software. Once you've done that, you run it, and this is where it takes you. Right, welcome to R Studio. I'm going to give you a very brief introduction to R Studio. I'm just going to talk you through basically these 4 quadrants that we have so that you don't feel intimidated. It's not that complicated. It's relatively easy to use. Firstly, at the top on the left, that's where you write your code. And I've written one line of code over there. If we run that code, and obviously you're going to write lots and lots of code, right? When you run that code, and in this case it's a line of code that's going to go and fetch some data that is a CSV file. When you run that code then lands up getting pushed down into the bottom left, which we call the console, and it runs there, and if there's an output as a function of that code being run, it'll pop out there, right? So let's do that. I go to that line of code, and I'm working on a Mac, so I push Command Enter. The shortcuts are slightly different on a PC because you don't have a Command key. I push Command Enter, and out the code pops down here, and we can see it there. Now, just so that you know, we can zoom in on these quadrants so that you can see them a little bit more closely. So for example, if I push Shift Control 1, we zoom in on the code itself. Shift Control 0, back to the 4 quadrants. Okay, Shift Control 2, we're looking now at the console. Shift Control 0, back to all 4 quadrants. Okay, so it's quite fun. Next thing we're going to look at is the environment, right? The environment is on the top on the right. And this is where, if we've created functions or objects, they're going to pop there, and you're going to see, as you work with R, you're going to see more and more how objects work. We're usually applying a function to an object. To create an object is very, very easy, right? This line of code at the top on the left, read CSV, that at the moment isn't tremendously useful to us. It's just popped all of this data downstairs into the console. We might want to make that into an object that we can use. So if we can call it anything. If we call it my data, for example, you can call it anything. And then I create this little arrow. That means I'm assigning whatever to the right of the arrow to the variable name that I've got on the left. Push Command Enter, and bam, we've created an object. I'm pushing Shift Control 8 to zoom in on this environment. And we can see we've created an object called my data. There's a little arrow to the left of the my data. And if we click on that, it'll just tell us what variables are inside that object. We know that there's 10 observations, there's 5 variables. Very useful. Let's go back to the 4 quadrants. If I click on the object, we can actually see it here on the top on the left. And again, we can zoom in on that, and we can have a look at that data, and we'll go back to the 4 quadrants. Right, so those are 3 of the quadrants we've talked about. The last one I want to talk about is down at the bottom on the right. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Now, here we've got a couple of tabs that are important, and I just want to walk you through them. Firstly, files. This is basically looking at your hard drive. So, we're looking at my hard drive. There's a folder called data. In that folder, I've got a little CSV file called friends. Those are files you can create folders. So that's pretty straightforward. Then we've got plots. Right. In this case, I've got a little plot. Let me show you if we in our data we create a plot. So we've got this variable called my data. We might want to create a plot using my data. So when we create a plot or do something like this, we refer to, first of all, the data frame that we're working within, and then within that data frame we use a $sign to say what variable we're interested in, right? So we might want to say we want to look at sex and age. So again, the data frame and the variable within that data frame. Command enter, and we've got our little plot that's popped up in the plot tab over here. We can zoom in on that and have a closer look, and of course if we wanted to we can export that via a number of methods. Okay, so we've got files, we've got plots, we've got packages. I'm going to create another video where we talk about packages. These are things you can install and they're tremendously useful. They expand the functionality within R. They expand the vocabulary. They are packages that people have created to help you solve very specific problems. We're going to talk about that a lot. They are absolutely fantastic. They're one of the best things about R. You're going to learn to love packages. Finally, I want to talk to you about help. Right, help is very useful because you're going to need it. When you're doing something in R, there's a function, you're not quite sure what it does, how it works. You can simply create a question mark. So go back to your source, push question mark, type in, let's say for example, the t-test, t.test. We knew that's a function, we don't know what it does or how to use it. Question mark t-test, command enter, and here we go. All sorts of information about the t-test, how the arguments work, what you put in the brackets, etc., etc. Detailed information, and then of course also some examples, which is tremendously useful. Okay, so that is RStudio. That's all I'm going to talk about right now. There's lots more to learn, but that'll get you going, and if you've watched this video, you should feel comfortable downloading R, downloading and installing RStudio, and just getting going. Lots of fun to be had. In the next video, we're going to do things like import some data, we're going to install some packages, we're going to do some basic analysis, we're going to start a project. Lots of fun to be had. See you then. Take care. So if you are serious about learning how to analyze data and you want to learn R programming, then hit the subscribe button now and hit the little bell notification if you want to get notified of future videos.
Please hang up and try again.